Hello my spooks and welcome to the Spooky Lounge. And you cannot escape death twice. Today's movie, The Jester 2. Now before we get into this review, if you like horror content just like this, leave a like, click that bell to be notified anytime we post horror content just like this, share the video, subscribe to join the Spooky Lounge today. Let's get into it. The Jester 2 from director Colin Krawchuk. This is independent media. It started 9 years ago from Mr. Colin in a horror short that people fell in love with the character of the Jester and eventually got its standalone film in 2022 titled The Jester. Now obviously reviews for that film varied, but the consensus was The Jester was not all that good. So I was surprised to see that they were coming out with a second movie, but I'm happy to report that The Jester 2 exceeded expectations in many ways. Now this movie takes place in a small town. We follow a teenage magician named Max who doesn't really fit into society. On Halloween night, she is kind of ostracized by her family. Her family also considers her a little bit of a weirdo, so she spends Halloween night alone in her magician costume trying to make friends. And that is when the Jester comes in a very weird turn of events, kind of befriends our main character Max in the most horrific of ways, and that is how our story is set. The first couple of things I would love to talk about is just how impressive the kills are, and also the makeup in this film is fascinating. Now to start things off with the kills are very ingenuitive. I feel like there's several kills throughout this film that are just very quirky and fun, very on par for characters such as the Jester, and it's a lot of fun to seeing Colin's madness unravel onto film, where we have killings such as where he uses the jacket to punch through to somebody. He is able to snap somebody from one place to another. He grabs a character at one point from a trash can, and it does this really cool camera work where it spins around and they are both now in a completely different area. The character cannot leave this area without the Jester's permission, essentially. In terms of the makeup, the Jester looked phenomenal in my opinion, and a lot of the gore in this film was pretty well done. It was obviously over the top, as most horror movies are, but it was satisfying in a sense. I would have liked a little bit more gore. I feel like some of the scenes, the kills went very fast and they kind of went to an immediate cut. I would have liked to see some of the blood and the gore of the film come to fruition, but all in all, I'm a big advocate for always supporting independent media and independent content, and Colin is no different. So I would suggest to everybody watching this, please try and check out The Jester 2. I had the gift of being able to see this from a Fathom event, 2-day screening at my local AMC, and it was very fun to get to see this on the big screen where I feel like a movie such as this belongs. All in all, I'm going to give The Jester 2 3.5 knives out of 5, and I'm curious as to know what everybody else thinks of The Jester and The Jester 2. Leave a comment down below about what you thought of the first movie. Are you going to check out the second movie? I would highly suggest you do so, as we should all be supportive anytime someone new gets behind the camera. But as always, remember to de-stress, progress, and give your mind a rest. This is Lucky, and I will see you at the lounge in the next one.